Hi, I'm John. This is my show, Sports Reckoning, where I just love to help the community. Right? So, look at I like looking through eBay and spotting out cards and things that are available and stuff, right? And a lot of things are too expensive that I can't get, and so it'll have like a make and offer. It'll have a price there. It'll have a make an offer. It's like it's still even my low ball make an offer price is still going to be above what I would have an opportunity to spend on things, right? So there's this one little thing I just wanted to show you, is that Justin Gamble, he's throwing all this money into the Ian book, right? It's like, come on, dude. I can only take so much of this. Are you trying to torture me? Are you trying to cause me pain? You want to give me a heart attack? It's a big one. I'm coming home and shit, right? It's like, dude, knock it off. Knock it off. I don't like seeing drunk ass losers and shit, right? That shit pains me. I don't like seeing drug addict fucking morons or gambling degenerates and shit, right? I can only take so much of that shit, of that loser culture fucking moron bullshit, right? I can only take so much of that. And then just to gamble is you trying to be an influencer and shit. It's like God, I can only take so much of this shit. I have to try and fucking help you because this is fucking horrible. Stop doing this shit. Right? So right here, as you can see, he's got a, if you know Justin Gamble, he's got his Ian Book story, right? And it's like, dude, you've got enough Ian Book. Dude, you've chased that fucking shit, dude. You beat that dog dead. It's fucking dead. Leave it alone. You got enough of it. Stop it, right? So let me just show you real quick. Now he's trying to get the 101, right? So listen to this part real quick.
A correct ice 10. Someone please make this happen. I want the finite. And I know because we have the collection here, you think I'm going to pay you extremely strong because you can gouge me.
Okay, so he's putting out like an offer thing. What do they call that shit where they put out a fucking buy thing, whatever it is and shit, a bounty, whatever, saying I want this card and shit, right? Whoever's got it, whatever, he's like, I want it. And it's like, okay. And then he's saying like maybe, I don't know, he's saying he'll pay a finder's fee, but I think he's offering $800 for the card or whatever. So let's just say he's willing to pay $1,000 for that card and shit, right? Invest another $1,000 on that card. His name's Justin Gamble. It's like, okay, well, if you want to gamble, let's gamble. Right? And so this is what I'm going to show you. And what I'm going to show you is that, here we go. Okay. Now, just to gamble. There's an investment thing about being a card dealer and stuff, right? And being at shows and having your table and stuff. There's things about being prestigious where you can have cards that maybe you can't actually sell, but the cards are still prestigious and people would like to look at them, like a museum type of piece, right? And then you can get your name associated with that, so then anytime that person's name comes up, then boom, they insert, oh, Justin Gamble has the fucking rainbow. So what this is here, what I'm showing you, this is the rainbow of the Odell Beckham Jr., so I believe that's 2014, this is rookie, 2014, Odell Beckham Jr. Topps Chrome Auto Rainbow, right? That's what this is. This is for sale right now on eBay, and it's been there for a long time. I just checked. Okay, so the guy's asking just under 15 grand for this whole set, right? They're all BGS 9.5s graded, right? They're all BGS 9.5s, so they all got good solid grades on them and shit. And they look good in the BGS slab. You wouldn't want to trade those over to PSA and stuff. You just want to leave it just the way it is and shit, right? But the 101 Superfractors there and shit too. So this is the kind of thing that, I was saying the other thing is he's asking just under 15 grand, like 14.7, something like that, right? But it has a make an offer. But on his thing, I just went back and looked at it because I wanted to make sure it was the full rainbow. I was looking at his description. So I went down and read on it. And he said, get this. He says, Odell Beckham Jr., he could be a big star. They said, you get this now. He's going to LA. He could be a big star again. That's what it said in his description. So that shows you how long that this has been for sale in eBay. His sales started before he went to the Rams, right? And then that's probably why he put that price on it too, because he was thinking, oh, he's going to the Rams and stuff, right? It's an LA team, right? And so he's on New York, so the Odell Beckham Jr., these cards, his rookie cards, New York, the New York Giants, and then he had his little bad stint in Cleveland, and then he goes to LA and wins the Super Bowl. He did catch a touchdown in that Super Bowl in LA, so he's got to have fans. So now you talk about Odell Beckham Jr. in New York and LA. He has got some of the Cleveland stuff, right? But now he's he's in Baltimore, and he's with a quarterback that's not known for succeeding passing the ball. He's not been able to have like 1,000-yard receivers. He hasn't been able to do that. And he hasn't had real success in the playoff success yet with Lamar Odom. But that team looks pretty good to me. And they've got a receiving core there. There's other guys with the tight end and stuff too. They have weapons. So now they're going to come out and they should be aggressive passing the ball this year. And Odell he's one of those guys that you got to feed him. You got to feed that guy like that. So he's going to get his opportunities. But there's the thing though, is he could get hurt and his career could be over, which makes these cards to me is like a prime candidate. It's like, okay, these cards, to somebody that's holding them, these cards might go down drastically. If he gets hurt again, these cards, the price is going to be drastically reduced, and then who's going to really desire those cards, right? So there is that kind of thing. But he also has a chance to shine, and if he shines again, he's already a superstar. Odell Beckham is already a superstar. Odell Beckham has got the talent that he's one of these like generational talent kind of people. His name gets brought up into the conference. Like whenever they talk about him on ESPN, they're like, Odell. Like, oh my God, what a great, when they say Odell, what that means is, what a phenomenal athlete, right? That's what, when they talk about Odell, they talk about him with like reverence of what a great athlete this Odell Beckham Jr. is, guy, right? And he has done things. He's superstar, and he does have a Super Bowl ring, right? But if he needs like just a few more years, if he can have a good year this year, he'll be able to sign another contract that'll be like a 2 or 3 year contract. If he can have one good year here, then somebody will pay him, and he'll get another contract for like 2-3 years. And then he's going to have his opportunity to still be able to put up enough numbers to make some accomplishments. So maybe there's an opportunity that he could still get into the Hall of Fame. So this is Odell Beckham Jr. He's a big star. See, I mean, there are things that I see upside with him, right? But as long as he's playing, the thing about a collection like this is that this is the kind of collection that you could put in your showcase, and people, even if they don't want to buy it and stuff, they'll come by and they're going to want to look at it, because everybody's going to want to see the 101 Superfractor Auto Topps Chrome Odell Beckham Jr. There's people that want to see that card. Right? And then you get your name attached to like Odell Beckham Jr. So then all the people now, all the dealers, whenever Odell Beckham Jr. comes up, they always will say, oh, well, Justin Gamble's got the frickin' Topps Chrome Auto Rainbow. It comes up. That's value. That's value. That adds value to your name. So even if you take a loss on the money that you invest in it, the cards themselves will add value to you as a dealer. That's part of the beneficial stuff. So that's what I'm saying. If you're Justin Gamble, if you want to play this game right, you need something to add some fucking value to your shit. Because the way you do shit's not right, and you're making yourself look like shit with the EM books. You are looking stupid as fuck. Dude, stop beating that fucking dead dog. You are ruining your reputation. And nobody's having any respect for you. This is not funny. It's not funny. We've had enough of it. It's a fucking drug addict we're seeing just going down the drain, losing his money, fucking everything. Knock it off. We're getting sick of that shit, right? But like I said, the Odell Beckham Jr., he's already done enough to got enough respect. And then the card, being that it's a true rainbow, and you've got the frickin' Superfractor, and this is the auto. This is the auto rainbow. These are fucking quality, Topps Chrome. These cards have respect and shit, right? So I'll just show you a couple of their little pictures here. So there's like another picture of the rainbow. Just to mention to you, I have the gold. Okay, it's like one of those things. You have to give full disclosure, right? I do have the Odell Beckham Jr. the gold auto, and I have the variation auto, right? So these two cards right here. There's the gold. I have one of those, and then there's the variation. I have one of those. And they're both like BGS 9.5s too, just like that. Just like full disclosure. Okay, I do have some Odell Beckham Juniors and shit, right? So yeah, I would like this rainbow and shit, right? But the guy's asking high price, and but this is the other part. Yeah, I won't show you the rest of the pictures. That's good enough. You can see that there's all the cards and shit, right? Right? So, just get you zoom in if you want to see, like, look at that. I'm telling you, people will come around your table to see that card. If you're set up at a dealer, you know, you put the rainbow out, and then your name gets attached to Odell Beckham Jr., who's one of the biggest stars out there and shit, right? Like, I think they say that he's got more Instagram followers than Tom Brady. That's one of these things that people, they talk about and shit, right? He's a big star. He's a big name and shit, right? He's big, right? And he's played in New York and LA, so he's got a fan base of people that are been collecting and have money. But so, this guy is asking for this just under $15,000, right? It's got a best offer. But so I would say shoot him an offer. I would say what you're trying to do is get this for $5,000. If you could get that rainbow for $5,000, which maybe I added it up, I counted it up and stuff, and to me it came out to like a fair price is like $5,000. Because you would be paying like $2,000 for the Superfractor, and then all the other cards. I think there was 11 total cards and stuff. And if you add up all the other cards, given just a reasonable fair price, is about $3,000 for the other cards. So it's like $5,000. I think $5,000 is a fair price. It's fair for everybody, and it's a price you might be able to get it at. And if you get it, you have a true rainbow of a player that is a superstar player, and maybe he has a chance to shine this year. Right? So it's like, stop fucking going for your Ian Books. That ain't doing nothing but ruining your reputation, making you look like a fucking total moron loser. Does that fucking decorate your case at a card show? Is anybody out there really saying, oh, you need some Ian Books? Oh, go to Justin Gamble. He's got all the Ian Books collection. Yeah, go. Dude, who the fuck is asking for Ian Book? There's nobody. He's never done anything. He's not a superstar. Odell Beckham Jr. is already an established superstar. He's still in the fucking league. He's still got fucking talent. He has great fucking hands, right? And from what I've seen of him, he's still got the speed. Now, we still haven't seen him play after the injury in LA, but I've seen him practice and shit. It looks like he's still Odell. He looks like he's still got it. And I think that the surgery, they're saying that he's repaired better. That, you know, we can rebuild him better and shit, right? They built him better. He might, maybe he comes back. And then since the fact that he got that whole year off last year, we know that his injury has definitely had time to heal, right? And he's been able to recuperate, and now he's hungry. And he's on a team that they're going to need to feed him because they want Lamar Odom. They paid Lamar Odom. Lamar's got to pay. He's got to show now that he can be a quarterback, and he's got these receivers. And like I'm saying, with all that stuff, and in that division, if you do well, if you can get to the playoffs, and that's going to be one of the tough divisions this year. I think that division is as tough as any of the divisions out there and shit, right? I think that's the brutal one, really. But so if you can win in that division, and they've got a good head coach, they've got a good franchise, that team, the Ravens, are consistently a playoff team and shit, right? I don't see any reason why they don't consistently go there. And then they just picked up Jadeveon Clowney and shit on defense and shit. They just picked him up. They've got pieces. It's a good team. It's a good franchise. And they're consistently like going for the playoffs, and I don't know why they don't do that again this year. And if they do it, and if Odell can get like 1,000 yards receiving, 10 touchdowns and shit, right, go to the playoffs, that'll reestablish his name. That'll get him another contract for another 2 years. You know, he'll get another 2-year contract. He'll do a little bit better, which, you know, it just brings him up, which gives him a chance to make it to the Hall of Fame. And if Odell Beckham Jr. can go to the Hall of Fame with his name being so big, it's the kind of cards that if you can have that Superfractor, at some point, somebody's going to be willing to buy the stuff off you. But right now, it's in that limbo stage. It's still not there. It's not. But that's what I'm saying is, like, investing in this cards, you don't need to do it for a quick flip, because the notoriety that this will generate for you as being you're legitimizing yourself as a card dealer, because now you have a museum quality type of collection that everybody will want to see. Every dealer will want to go and look at your Odell Beckham Jr. rainbow. I mean, Jeff Wilson might even put you on his fucking show. Look at this rainbow and shit, right? You know, so you can be legitimized. This is the kind of cards that can legitimize you for a reasonable price and something that does have upside and shit, right? So it's just like, Stop wasting all your fucking money on Ian Book. It's like, dude, just leave that shit alone. You've done enough. Nobody wants your Ian Book shit. And from the last game, he didn't even play in the last game. So it's like, dude, is he even looking like he's going to be a backup? I don't know. It's just not looking good for him and shit, right? And it's like, are you really gonna count your fucking chips and stuff and make your profit on the two quarterbacks before him are gonna get hurt, and that's what you're betting on? Come on, fuck that shit. Pick a player who's got some fucking notoriety, that has some quality cards that you could get at a fair price. But that's what I'm saying. You need to get this at $5,000. Will the guy let it go at $5,000? I don't know, but shoot him an offer and fucking see what the fuck happens and shit, right? Tell him you're going to just shoot him an offer. He might not even, it might be one of those things. You put it in make an offer and maybe they don't even accept it. Send him a fucking message and just say, hey, I just wanted, your thing didn't accept my offer. Say, I just wanted to let you know I was going to send you an offer for $5,000. But say, that's just all I'm willing to do. I said, you're saying these cards have a big risk on them and shit. We don't know what he's going to do. And I'll say, if you want to hold on to him, fine. You want to hold on and take the risk, fine. But I'll say, if you want to let him go, I'm willing to give you $5,000 for him right now, and we can call it a day and shit, right? So that's just what I'm trying to say is like, there's so many other opportunities out there, things that you could do. Things that are available. And this is just one of the ones that I've seen that's out there that I said, like, it's been there for a while. The guy, like I said, on the guy's description, he's talking about Odell going to LA. So this is basically, like, it's probably been in there for 2 years. And it's been the same price. I've seen this when he first put it up. It's been the same price of what he was asking then is the same price of what he's asking now. So what's the actual price of what he'll take, and what is it actually worth? And he's a guy that's like, does he want that $5,000 to move it into something else? If he does, then he'll let it go. Because maybe he's done with the Odells. He doesn't want them anymore, right? And maybe he's just like, okay, now at that time I got to look and see, am I willing to take the $5,000 and just let these go? I didn't make my profit, but now I want to take that money and reinvest it into something else. So that's what you're looking for, right? Like I said, $5,000 is your price. Don't pay over $5,000. $5,000 is the price that you want to get these. If you can get them at $5,000, I think you're into it at a very fair, reasonable price. And then it'll bring attention to you as a dealer. It'll brighten up any fucking showcase you have at your show. It's going to make it now a museum quality showcase and stuff, right? And you actually have a card that's credible. If you want to show somebody a big baller fucking card, you can pull out that 101 Odell fucking Superfractor Auto, and everybody that knows anything about carders is going to say, oh wow, that's fucking nice card and shit, right? But you don't just have the 101, you got the whole fucking rainbow, right? The whole fucking rainbow and shit, right? So, all right, talk to you guys later. Just trying to help. Goodbye.